Hey, I'm Sarah, and this is What the Fluff. This podcast is about real, unfiltered conversations, the kind you have with your ride or die friends, the ones who are your shoulder to cry on, your hype women or men, and your truth tellers who don't sugarcoat the bullshit. Some conversations are deep, some are chaotic, some are healing, and some are just really, really funny. But all of them are real, and all of them are authentic. Here, we talk about dating in today's world, healing from lessons and lived experiences, learning to choose yourself, and building a life you're actually proud of. If you're in a season of growth, figuring things out, or just trying to make sense of it all, you're in the right place. Because life is messy, growth is uncomfortable, and love is complicated. So come sit with me and let's figure this out together. This is What the Fluff, and I'm your host, Sarah. Okay, so this is episode 13, Situationship Survival Guide. So, guys, if you ever said, let's just see where this goes, this episode is probably about you. And my ladies, you're not confused, you're being kept confused because, babe, that's not a vibe, that's a situationship. Um, and this episode also includes two Fluff Boy journal entries. One of them might hit a little too close to home. And here today, joined with me, is Justin and Mary. Hey, guys.
Hi, hello again.
What's
Hola.
shaking turkey bacon?
I'm
Uh,
always
so-
here.
yes, always. At some point in modern dating, a lot of people find themselves in something that isn't quite a relationship, but it's also not casual. You talk every day, you spend a lot of time together, you might even meet friends, but the moment commitment shows up, everything gets vague. Welcome to a situationship. And today I'm talking about what situationships actually are, and why people end up in them, and how to recognize the signs. Because most importantly, and most importantly, how to survive them without losing your sanity. Because if you have to ask, what are we? You already know. If it's undefined, that's intentional. Clarity isn't hard, guys. Avoidance is.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get into segment one. So, what is a situationship? A situationship is usually a connection that has emotional involvement, regular communication, and time spent together, but no clear commitment or label. And you'll hear things like, let's just see where this goes. like, like we're on a road trip. I'm not ready for a relationship right now. Brother, we met on a dating app. What do you mean you're not ready? What do you mean you're not ready for a relationship? Why should we put pressure on it? I like where things are. A situationship is basically a relationship with plausible deniability. And a lot of the time, people don't even realize they're in one until they start asking for clarity. A situationship is a relationship with an escape clause. All the feelings, or no, hold on. How do I put this? All the feelings, none of the responsibility. You're dating, but only when it's convenient for them. So if there's no label, there's also no accountability. And you become emotionally invested in someone who's casually involved.
Ooh,
Yes.
casual.
Hooray.
Yay.
Uh,
Have you ever been in something that felt like a relationship but wasn't?
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, please. That was
You're like
instant. Tell
triggered.
us. Tell us why you're so triggered there, Justin.
So the whole time, right? Like, so this lady, her and I both got out of long-term relationships. Right? We're like, oh my God, this is terrible. We met, and she was just like, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious, and I'm like, I'm not looking for anything serious, and she's like, you just, kind of see where this goes. And at the time, I thought it was just like casually like hanging out and dating, like literally nothing more than that. And then, who was filling up water? Oh my God.
Me, sorry, I needed a drink.
That was quite
You
loud.
blame
I was like,
me.
what else happening?
A waterfall is going on in my kitchen. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. Yeah, so anyways, I was sitting there and she's like, let's just do things like, just, casual. Let's just like, basically kill the loneliness was just hanging out together. Right. And I was like, yeah, 100%. So we do that. And eventually she's like, I think I'm starting to feel things. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not hating this as much as I thought. Yeah, same. And then it turned into like, she's like, could we be something more? And I was like, yeah, I think so. And she's like, but I don't want to put a label on it. And I was like, again, I wasn't really looking for that anyways. I wasn't looking for anything. You approached me. And then it became a little more than it became a situationship. And at the end of it, she was just like, I can't do this. This is moving too quickly. And I was like, again, I need you to understand, you dictated all of this. Like, we went at your pace. And she's just like, oh, don't bring that up. That's so cringe. And I was like, you are cringy. Like, I got nothing for you, child. So,
The self-awareness is lacking in this one young Padawan.
oh my God. It was. I mean, it was fun while it lasted, but also just like, objectively, it was a good time. It was a great experience. Like, we did things I'd never done before. Like, we saw certain things. She showed me her culture a little bit. I'm like, this is kind of cool. I learned a lot from it. And then it just fizzled out so quickly. And I was like, oh, okay. That was a good 2 months. And it was done and dusted.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow.
For me, well, I went through 9 months of it, so if you remember, where
With the
my
narcissist.
oh yeah, where even to this day, when I bring it up to my mom, she's like, don't even go there.
Yeah.
It was,
Your poor mom. She's traumatized by him, and I'm traumatized by the other one.
yeah. So, he gave me, in the beginning, it was all great. And then eventually I'm like, hold on a second. Like, I met your parents and everything, and still you don't see me as nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was one of those situations where I'm like, but I feel like I'm doing everything right. That's what you said in the beginning, right? And I felt so reassured. But to be fair, I ignored every flag there was known to man.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept getting worse as time went on. And like, even Justin knew about him at the time too, because I explained to you, you're like, girl, what you doing?
Girl?
I love how everyone was doing that, and you're like, but Daddy, I love him!
Yeah, well, I ghosted him for him.
For him, yeah, I know.
Chaos.
Yeah. It was chaos.
Yeah, it was purely like a dumpster fire.
Yep.
It was very much so.
Yeah. And to this day, I look back at that and I'm like, no, I'm not letting that happen to me again. It's one of those things, you get false hope. They give you false hope just to be like, I didn't really think of you as anything, and we broke up. I chose the breakup, and it flipped the switch. And what do you mean? It was me. And I'm just confused.
Wild. That's wild.
Honestly. It's weird how other people can suffer trauma from our mistakes / learning curves / experiences / life.
Well, it comes back to like the last episode when I tell like you have good intentions, but then when you try and help people or try and fix people, that's when things go south really quick. Because something I've learned is when someone is being given advice, it takes a lot of humility to be able to reflect in the moment and be able to be like, oh, this is where I went wrong and this is where I should fix it. With a lot of people across the board, it just depends on how the people deals with ego bruising or it's just depending on like how they deal with ego bruising. They could deflect, they could blame others, like it's just depending on what kind of lack of accountability they have. But it's not them being bad people in the moment. It's just it's very hard to be able to think that you're doing the right thing in the moment, and then when you're told you're doing something wrong, that's me wrong, like, yeah, it's like, oh, but I thought I was doing the right thing. It's like, how dare you? How dare you tell me I was wrong?
Yeah.
Mama,
I
no!
remember my confusion because I remember telling you guys, and you're like, "But wait, what do you mean?"
Exactly, yeah. So it's like, yeah, then the people around you get secondhand trauma because like they have your best interest at heart. Not like you in the moment you specifically, but on a broader spectrum too. Like with people just like watching their friends and family like absolutely make
Go
decisions that,
haywire.
yeah, like make like it could be either small bad decisions or absolute terrible decisions, and you're just trying to shake them, being like, wake the fuck up. But the
Please.
thing, exactly, so it's like you do get secondhand trauma from it, but at the
Yeah.
same time it's like people don't change because you tell them to change or you tell them how to change. They change because they want to change themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Segment 2, the signs you're in a situationship. So let's talk about the signs because they're usually there. No clear definition of the relationship, inconsistent communication, last minute plans, avoiding conversations about the future, and emotional closeness without the commitment. If the relationship feels real, but the commitment feels imaginary, you might be in a situationship. And one of the biggest indicators, you are consistently trying to figure out where you stand. Consistency shouldn't feel like a reward, and he shouldn't show up just enough to keep you. You're not asking for too much, you're just asking someone who can't give it. He's
Yep.
available, but not accountable.
Ooh, there it
Yeah,
is.
if you're confused, guys, that is your answer.
Mm-hmm. That is.
Why do inconsistent men still get consistent access to us?
Boundaries, lack of boundaries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
1,000%.
if you keep showing up um while they're still not fully committed to you, and hopefully down the line, because if you keep showing up, they hope that you will continue to do it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we focus on their potential and not their patterns, then yeah, it's uh it's setting yourself up to fail because we remember the version of them we liked and then we hold on to that. And the
Mm,
more,
that hurts.
yeah, and we give them more chances. We give them more chances than they've actually earned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, too many chances.
Hmm.
That one deserves. It should be after one and done.
Hmm. Well,
That's ex-
do you I don't know, because it's hard because like people aren't perfect, so it's like you can't just be like, oh, one false move and you're done, buddy. It's the pattern. Like doing that is also what will, how do I put this, what can also like repel a good man, because like
yes.
even the best men and the best women, like they're not at their best selves constantly, and if they're constantly walking on thin ice because you're like, if you don't do this and this and this and show up like this, then you're done, like this is over. Like it's like, buddy, I can't, I'm not a circus act. I'm not a robot. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the bear balancing on a ball at this point. Is like, oh no, one false move and I'm done for.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like you're not, like, you can't ask for too much. You have to ask for consistency.
Yeah, exactly. And if people are going to be faulted too, like, again, people are just people. We all make mistakes. We have bad days. It is what it is.
Hmm.
But it's like, if something is that bad, obviously communication, talk to them about it. Be like, yo, that was not exactly appreciative how you handled that situation. You want to try that one more time? Or like,
Hmm. Hmm.
some to that effect, I don't know.
Yes,
That's just my style.
exactly. Yeah.
Don't breadcrumb me just to have like just for you to drop me like weeks after
Mm-hmm.
or
Hmm.
not even a week after.
Yeah. Breadcrumbing is honestly like Yeah, like that's a good way to put it. Like the hot and cold energy, or like just enough to keep you hooked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't like the hooked part at all. So I try and stay away from it now. It's so much easier when I'm like reserved to a certain degree and I'm like, okay, in my head, let's see if there's patterns here. And in my case, as you already know, people word vomit as soon as they
Mm-hmm.
meet me. So I catch on real quick now and I'm like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you're great,
Exactly.
but far away.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
when someone gives you crumbs, you can't try and make a meal out of it. Like you
no,
got to take it for what it is.
I can't make a brownie. So if I can't
I
make,
can't. You can't make a brownie with a couple of brownie crumbs and
exactly.
one of those what are they called? The sprinkles on the the cosmic
Oh
brownies.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I want
Yes.
that high-end brownie.
Exactly. Because it's not inconsistency by accident, it's consistency at low level.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Hmm. Let's
Ah,
get into segment 3. So, why situationships happen? So, situationships don't always just happen randomly. They usually come from fear of commitment, wanting the benefits of a relationship without the responsibility, emotional immaturity, and unclear expectations. And sometimes the truth is simple. One person wants a relationship and the other person wants the convenience. That that imbalance is what creates confusion because he's not just going with the flow, he's avoiding commitment. You're investing emotionally and he's benefiting casually. Um they how do I put this? They get everything without choosing anything. And typically the convenience will never turn into commitment. And the thing is, they also aren't scared of losing you because they know you'll stay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's
Mm.
like maybe if I breadcrumb her, she'll try harder for my affection, or he'll
Which is
try harder.
stupid.
It's
Yeah.
so stupid. Like oh
Like,
Yeah, it's not
ugh.
nice.
yeah. So guys, do you think situationships benefit one person more than the other?
Oh God, yes. Oh, 100% yes. Like at
Okay.
least I would say at least 80% of the time, that's one of the two people's kind of plan.
Mm,
Um, I feel like
mm-hmm.
they go into that and they're like, you know what, just a situationship, but they probably, this person seems kind of genuine, they seem really nice. They probably won't be down for that like semi-commitment stuff. So I'm just gonna breadcrumb them,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm not.
I feel like you're on the right track, honestly.
Hmm.
I don't like being right anymore. Now I know how
It's
you
hard. It's
feel.
a lot of work being right. People get upset.
I'm like low key now. I'm like, oh, this is how I made everyone else feel. I don't like it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
And people are always go like, "Oh, you got such a big ego. That's your ego talking." It's like, "No. No, no.
yeah,
No, no."
now I understand you a lot better. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
yeah. That's like realization O's for me. I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
you guys meant so well. I just have to learn it to take it differently now.
Mhm.
That's part of my healing, and I'm really proud of myself. Feel like everyone should work up to that.
Yes. I'm proud of you too, girl. You're doing a great job there, buddy.
Thanks. Rub my
Hey.
Yay!
nose.
So guys, I got a good one for you. So because we have Justin's perspective on this episode from like the guy's perspective. So do you guys think that men and women experience situationships differently?
I mean, I think it depends the type of person you are. If you're somebody who like, is searching for love per se, or going in with an open heart, I feel like those people experience it worse when, especially when it ends, because they're probably not the ones
Mm-hmm.
ending it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I feel like all three of us actually kind of have the same situation in terms of like we go in with the best intentions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like all three of us would feel the same regardless of gender. However, there's probably more guys who are willing to go in with the situationship and bounce than there are girls.
100%, yes, because like in my case, it's like it honestly sometimes feels like 95% of men just want a situationship, and they just want the girlfriend benefits without any form of responsibility. And it's
Yep.
like it's very, very rare to find a guy who actually wants a long-term commit, like a relationship that isn't Bob the Unbuilder.
Right, and that's the thing too. People just want like the glitz and the glam of it, right? It's almost like seeing almost like somebody who's good at their job, like a celebrity of some kind. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that looks so easy going up there and telling jokes, and it's like, yeah. And this is the true kind of, and people have spoken about this all the time, the whole iceberg thing. It's like you don't see what goes into it. You don't see me canceling on plans to go to a shitty bar show because they're going to give me 10 minutes. You don't see the
Mm-hmm.
work going in, writing for hours, like editing jokes, having people tell you it's terrible, or doing a show and having a great reaction one day and then a terrible reaction the other. Like they don't see that. They don't see those parts of the relationships too, where there
Mm-hmm.
were like troubles and tribulations and all that fun stuff. They just see the glitz and the glam and what you show out for, and they just want that part. It takes a lot of work to build a foundation. Is the strongest part of a relationship and the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree.
Everyone wants like the drive-through experience. I think I'm better than that now. I don't want a Timmy's right now. I want like the high-end like steak dinner.
The
Like
steak dinner.
where like the steak dinner in a moderate amount, right? I'm not saying the highest end of, you know, bare
Not gourmet.
minimum. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Like I'm not expecting you to move houses. I'm expecting you to just be consistent,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
right? Just be consistent.
But that's too much for somebody. And
Yes.
I've encountered like especially on the dating apps, it's just that I've encountered that like literally constantly. It's like a revolving door of guys who want the girlfriend benefits without any form of commitment. And they just want the fun casual dates and like the fairy tale romance, and it's like, buddy, that's not how real life works. And like once real life shows up, or like schedules don't mash, or even like personalities don't match. It's like they were here for a good time, not for a long time, because now once it stops being cute and fun anymore, they dip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want a fairy tale. I just want a human man with like not just good head on their shoulders, because even that, I feel like even the ones that have that
Mm-hmm.
lack something else.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because we keep talking about like guys look so like their resume looks great. They're so good on paper, but like compatibility, like long-term compatibility, like they're not husband material.
Yeah, like your physicality and what you look like can only take you so far with me till
Mm-hmm.
even for yourself, think of it that way. I'm like, looks aside, you have to have that, be able to keep up kind of lens. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it totally does.
100%.
Hundo P, buddy.
So, guys, let's get into segment. Is it segment four?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We are on segment four. So, this is the Fluff Boy and Fluff Girl journal entries. So, we got no responsibility, Ryan, from my journal, and a listener write in, which is a Fluff Girl entry. Her name is ChatGPT Chelsea. So we're going to start with no responsibility, Ryan. He's the guy who gives you all the, how do I put this? Hold on. He's the guy who gives you all the ideas that he wants to build something intentional, but without actually ever committing. He shows up, keeps you close, makes it feel real until it's time for clarity. And that's when it gets vague. Conversations get avoided, and you're left trying to figure out where you stand. Because Ryan doesn't lack feelings, he lacks accountability and integrity. And somehow you end up emotionally invested in someone who never intended to define the relationship. Okay. So this is Fluff Boy entry number 5. No responsibility, Ryan. The buddy with no integrity. How we met. Through life's random encounters. One of those moments where you just meet someone and think, maybe this can turn into something. First impressions. He was calm, patient, and very friendly. The subtle energy that felt meaningful, like there might be something there if there was a story allowed to unfold. The detail he conveniently forgot to mention. He had a girlfriend.
Oh,
Not not something he openly shared, not something he clarified, something I had to pry out of him one day after been giving the impression that he liked me after 4 months. My response once I knew the truth, I backed off, respected the boundary, did the right thing, while still holding on quietly, low key in my feelings because emotions don't always turn off on command. The confusing part, even with a girlfriend, he kept subtly giving me mixed signals. Just enough to keep the emotional door cracked open without ever walking through it honestly. The exit scene. Before we went our separate ways, he gave me his number unprompted, which felt intentional, hopeful even, like maybe the story wasn't finished. What actually happened? He texted for one day, and he accidentally called me buddy.
wow.
Immediately after that, ghosted. No explanation, no clarity, just silence where the mixed signals used to be. How it made me feel. The honest edition. Confused, a little foolish for hoping, but mostly clear. Because nothing exposes the truth faster than inconsistent actions and missed integrity. The real lesson from No Responsibility Ryan. If a man can hide a relationship, blur boundaries, and disappear without a word, then the connection was never real. It was only potential projected onto uncertainty. Healing affirmation. I release anyone who kept me in the gray area. The right man will be honest, available, and clear. Not secretive, not confusing, or temporary. Final rating. 1 star. 1 star for the feeling of possibility. 0 stars for honesty, integrity, or follow through. Closure statement. Thank you, No Responsibility, Ryan, for teaching me that mixed signals are still a no, and being called buddy is sometimes the universe closing the door for me.
Damn, what a story.
I know, right? That was wild. And he was not, I met him in the wild.
I met him in the wild.
I met him in the wild. I didn't meet him on a dating app.
This was before you knew they existed, quote
what,
unquote.
what do you mean before what existed?
This was before you had to. The idea came up that you should go on it.
Yes. 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 Because this came about literally, I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. He came into my life just before I pulled the plug with my ex of 12 years.
Right.
Like literally just before. And then all hell broke loose. I broke up with my ex and like yeah, it was just a whirlwind. It was a whirlwind because I'm like this is interesting, like convenient timing, but at the same, I'm also not really ready to jump into another relationship. But like, I still had feelings for this dude, and I was like, let's see where this goes. Like, I don't really know this guy, and it's like, let's just say it would make life very complicated, possibly, if we were to entertain this relationship and it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then after months of this hot and cold back and forth, I got the impression that he liked me one day, and we were on the phone, and I literally had to pry it out of him. It's like I kept asking certain questions, and then it sounded like he begrudgingly told me he had a girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
because this was the third time it came up. So we've had two conversations prior where I kind of try to subtly like, are you single or not? You know what I mean? Like you have
Mhm.
those conversations where it's like, because he found out I was a single mom, and he got so like he got overly excited when he found that out. Because we were on the phone one day, he heard my daughter in the background. He's like stopped dead in his tracks, and then I talked to Luna, and then went back to him, and I'm like, sorry, I had to talk to my daughter. I'm a single mom. And then
Mm-hmm.
he was like, oh my God, that's great, that's amazing, that's fantastic, and he started like going on, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? This is so weird. Like that's the first time
Mm.
that that typically it's like,
Okay, sir.
I know it's like typically, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't know you were a single mom. Damn, that must be hard. But instead, this dude was like, oh my God, that's
Excited.
fantastic. Exactly. He was like overly excited. So I'm like, what the hell? Like in my head. And so I start asking questions. It's like, so are you married and have kids? He's like, no, I'm not married. No, I don't have kids. And then I let space to say I got a girlfriend, I got a situationship going, I'm talking to someone, whatever. Nothing. Silence. So I'm like, okay, well I don't know what's going on. Like typically when you ask people if they have a girlfriend, they're happy to talk about their girlfriend or their boyfriend. Him? Nope.
No.
Nothing whatsoever. So that conversation came up twice. And
Right.
yeah, nope. And then it wasn't until he was actually going on a trip, and I asked him who he's going on the trip with, and I was like, "Are you going with buddies?" And he's like, "No, no, 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 it's not like I'm not going with friends." And I was like, is it a family trip?" He's like, "Not exactly." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I go dead silence, because then if you go dead silent, people typically tell on themselves.
Mhm.
So then he was like, oh, I'm going on the trip with my girlfriend and we're meeting her family there. And I was like, oh, so this is like serious girlfriend that you conveniently didn't tell me for like 4 months. Great. I love that for us, eh?
Mhm.
God.
And then I find out through a mutual after that trip that they went on, he proposed to her.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh. That's lovely.
yeah, I know, right?
Mhm.
Buddy had no integrity. Zero.
Jesus Christ.
I know, it was wild. Honestly, it was like the it was the most wild experience I had with a dude in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Like absolutely fucking wild. And then like I actually thought about it. It's like Buddy was like deliberately hiding the fact he had his girlfriend for months, and like low key like complimenting me, got excited to see me, and like just like what the fuck? Like, and it kind of made me feel bad for the girlfriend, because like it's like I would
Well,
never
yeah.
want to be known as like I would never want to be thought of as like the secret girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Ooh,
that's
that
yeah, like
hurts.
I know, right? It's like once you become the secret girlfriend, it's like what do you mean? Like it's wild. It's like I don't know. I don't get it. I would never put myself in a situation where I would date somebody that I would do that to. Because it's like when I'm in a relationship, typically like the second or third thing that comes out of my mouth is like, oh, my partner. And like my partner's like this, and this is his name, and he likes to do this. And because I get excited to talk about people I date. Like,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's just like it's exciting, like because you want to like the person that you date, and you want to talk about them. Hey, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah,
Crazy
that's
concept.
true.
I know, right? So crazy. So it was just wild. It was just wild how he kept his girlfriend a secret for literal months, like literally months. And then I pried it out of him one day, and I was like, "Oh, this is a huge red flag. I am gonna bow down." Like feelings definitely did not just dissipate overnight because like honestly, on paper, he was fucking fantastic. Like
Mm-hmm.
fucking like I'm just gonna say we were essentially like the dream team.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like on paper we worked very very well together, but yeah, he he lacked integrity, which was a huge like which was the biggest red flag to me, and I'm like that was the one who was like fuck, like I like this dude, he's good on paper, but he is not good for me long term.
Right.
Because if he's doing this to this woman, chances are he's going to do it to me.
Mm.
So
And then I
true.
become the secret girlfriend that he cheats on.
Yeah. Yep. That's unless you can be like, I can change you, which I mean,
No, fuck, no, I'm not. Nope, nope, learn that lesson. I'm not Bobette the Builder.
I'm not changing anyone anymore. Change my
No.
direction.
Yes, I changed my direction. We're gonna scrap the blueprint. Sell the
uh,
land.
There you
sell the
go.
land.
Have
Sell
someone
the
else
land,
deal with
yes.
it.
Exactly. So that's someone else's project, not mine.
Yeah.
And it should be his. He's the one who should put the deposit on the land.
Hey, got to fix himself, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
What
Uh,
excuse kept you in there longer?
Um, there was no excuse really. Honestly,
Mm,
no, there was no excuse. Like I did the thing is with my emotions, like my emotions don't always just turn off. It's just
mhm.
so it that like the emotional hook was there because and also because I was in such a fragile part in my life, it was like something that I could hook onto.
Mhm.
Because like I was just out of a 12-year relationship, like shit was messy. At the
Yeah.
beginning, shit was fucking messy because the thing was when we first broke up, he did everything in his power to try and beat me down. And
Mhm.
because he threatened, he was like you're the one who has to move out. You're the one who has to do this. You're going to be the one paying me spousal support, you're paying me child support. I get the house, I get the kid. You have to leave. So then I was at a point where I was like nothing was stable. Like I was like I don't know where the fuck my life is going, the direction I'm going. Like I could have to give this dude like between 60 to 80% of my paycheck like every month. So I'll
Yeah.
literally be paying for him to live, paying for him to sit on his ass to raise our daughter while I'm living in a shoebox eating craft dinner every night.
Yeah.
And that's like that with that realization and also with my family too. So my mom and my dad split up when I was 14 and my dad kicked her out of the house, and she said her biggest regret in life ever was leaving that house. She should have changed the locks and told him to get out because her leaving was what was her which was her demise because she
Mhm.
left. The court saw that as, oh, she left, she abandoned her family, so she lost a lot in that divorce.
Yeah.
So because of that and because of her saying that, oh, the she regrets it, and I'm like, so I'm never doing that. Like I will die. Here's another hill I'll die on. I'll die on this hill. Like I will never, I won't leave the house. And that's when I lawyered up and shit got even messier.
Yeah.
Because then he threw it back at me. It was like, oh, you're the one who got a lawyer. We could have done this amicably. And I'm like, buddy, we couldn't have done this amicably. It was
Mhm.
like it got so bad to the point where you were like literally like there was days where I would run out of the house fucking in tears, sobbing, crying, just like skateboarding around just to cool off because it's like he would literally like he would flip. He would go from being the perfect partner and then the next day is like, I'm taking everything from you. I'm taking our daughter. I'm taking this house. Like you need to leave. You got to get out of here.
Mm.
So it was
Yeah.
it was really tough. Like, it was really fucking tough. But I'm glad I'm out of it. I'm glad the settlement agreement signed, and yeah, it's better. But it's it's better in the sense of, like, he can't try and fuck up my life anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, let's get into ChatGPT Chelsea. So this is a listener write-in. I once went on a date with a girl who was a fan of comedy. We first met after one of my shows. She approached me and asked if I do private events. At the time, I noticed she was actually on a date with another guy. Uh-oh. And I thanked her for the compliment and left her and her date alone. 2 weeks later, she came back. This time, there was no guy. After the show, she approached me again, bought me a drink, and we started chatting. She seemed nice enough, so we ended up spending the night at a video game bar, laughing and having a great time. After that, we started going on weekly dates. Things were going well. And in a weird twist of fate, we even ran into her three sisters while we were out getting dinner one night. Feelings started to develop, and then suddenly my usual good morning texts were left on read. Hours went by with nothing. Later that night, she messaged me on TikTok, and I sent this. I copied and pasted it exactly. Ooh, nice. Also, this was back when ChatGPT had just come out, so I'm fairly certain she had it to write this message. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you beyond words. But after talking with my sisters, I've realized I'm not ready for a relationship. And thank you for the memorable dates, the laughs, and the makeout sessions in your SUV. You made me
Wow.
feel safe, seen, and valued. I hope you find the right person. But God knows it wasn't me.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Yeah, the biggest red flag is, like, he met her while she was on another date.
Yep.
Yep, but good for them for being like, yeah, that's good, and backed off. But then, yeah, she shows up again and no dude. So maybe it's like, oh, maybe it was just like a one and done date where they realized they weren't compatible.
What a weird story that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. I love the fact that it does sound robotic. It sounds very the message she sent sounds very robotic.
Mm-hmm. Very much was robotic. Very much just
Mhm.
like copy paste. Here it is, and away you go.
Mhm. And then time for Me Too Houdini Act. Poof,
Hmm.
gone.
Facts are facts.
So, segment 5, Situationship Survival Guide. If you find yourself in a situationship, here's how you protect yourself. Be honest about what you want. Pay attention to actions, not promises. Set boundaries early. Don't assume things will change without real conversation. And know when it's time to walk away. Because a situationship can only continue if someone keeps accepting uncertainty. Closure isn't something they give, it's something you take. You don't need more time. You need to make a decision. If they wanted to choose you, they would have done it already. So stop
Mm-hmm.
trying to earn a role that should be offered. Your standards will end what your feelings are tolerating.
Yeah. Wise words.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So what's the first boundary someone should set?
I suppose just like,
Expectations.
yeah, expectations, kind of non-negotiables.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Say what you want, say what you don't want. Communicate. I
Yeah,
know
Ah,
it's
literally just
yes.
very difficult for some of you, but talking is nice. If you can talk to your friends, you can talk to someone you're seeing. At least you started. I'm not saying
Hmm.
you owe them a lot, but it's just a small conversation.
Hmm.
hmm yeah, just literally be like, hey, This is what I'm looking for. Can you offer that? If you can't, no harm, no foul, but deuces.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think anyways.
I got a good one
Why
for
do
Mary.
people struggle? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I want to say why, so Mary, why do you think people struggle to walk away even when they know?
This is a simple one, but you know, but you're living with the idea of that person. You're
Yes.
like, there's a possible if I love them more or if I care more, maybe they'll see and they'll change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That that is not that is not the case.
I feel like people
Mm-hmm.
think they can change people, as you mentioned, and it's like, as great as that like kind of sounds, it's not practical for anybody.
No.
Mm-mm.
So no, but yeah,
Yeah. Do you know the difference between patience and self abandonment for the both of you?
patience and
Ooh.
self abandonment.
Yeah, so patience like in so patience still includes you. Self-abandonment leaves you out of the equation. It's like you're not doing the best interest for yourself. You're doing it's in the other person's best interest. Because patience, like your needs are acknowledged. There is communication, like steady communication, good communication. There's steady progress. You feel respected. Like the vibe is this is growing. I can trust the pace. Where self abandonment, your needs get pushed aside. You stay silent to keep the peace. Like you feel anxious, unsure, or overlooked. It's like you have to shrink to keep it. So
Mm-hmm.
with patience, it waits for growth. Self-abandonment tolerates the bad patterns.
That's probably the best way to put that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Thank you.
no notes, nothing to add to that. Good job, 10 out of 10.
Nothing.
Yay!
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so let's get into segment 6, the real lesson. So, situationships teach one of the most important lessons in dating: clarity, because clarity matters. When someone is genuinely wants to build something with you, they usually make that clear. The right person doesn't leave you guessing, they don't leave you analyzing, and they don't leave you confused. And honestly, the more you grow, the less tolerance you have for anything unclear. Clarity is incredibly attractive, and confusion is a warning. The right person won't leave you guessing. And for me, I'd rather lose a situationship than lose myself. Because like I keep saying across these episodes, I don't chase potential, I choose alignment. Access to me is earned through consistency. I don't
Mm-hmm.
audition for roles who should be offered.
I
Yeah,
have to fight for you to be even a little bit like it's such a turn off. Like I shouldn't have to be fighting for you to communicate with me.
Ooh, that is such a turnoff.
Yeah, like the
mm-hmm.
more I have to chase you, the less I am attracted to you. So all that attraction that you gave me in the beginning, it it evaporates on its own. Like it's gone. By
Mm-hmm.
the end of
Mm-hmm.
it, I'm like, you know what? I don't even care if you message me anymore. Nothing's there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You're just friend zoned at that point.
Yeah, because you can see through it. You can see through it, and you're like, yeah, I know how it feels to get emotionally hooked in a situation like this. So I'm just not for it because
Yeah.
it's never brings you clarity. It always brings you confusion and then hurt feelings afterwards.
Like I'm a good person. I don't think I have to negotiate what I want from you. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm nice. And if you try and take advantage of me now, I'm just going to be like, good luck on your life. Like, have fun. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
How do you
Oh God.
move differently dating after this?
Um. So what changed me after experiencing the some kind of you know what? Let's just say situationship with no responsibility, Ryan. Like I stopped listening to words and started watching for patterns.
Hmm.
Because with Ryan, there were signals, there was energies, and there was definitely possibility. But none of it was backed by real honesty, consistency, or integrity. So what changed this? Like, I don't get attached to potential anymore. I stopped being confused by mixed signals because I realized mixed signals are the answer. Like, he had a girlfriend. He didn't say it up front. He still kept the door open just enough and then disappeared like nothing meant anything to him. And like, and that, it changed me. Like, and I realized that I didn't lose him. I lost the illusion of what I thought it could be. And now, if there is confusion, I don't lean in, I step back. Because clarity isn't something I chase anymore. It's something I require. And like, honestly, I can even relate it to current me. Because holy fuck, am I really clocking this really fast? So I have a KPI gorilla tracker that I have on the go right now of dudes I've been interested in. So I make notes of a bunch of the gorillas at my gym. And right now we had 3 in the lead, but our BF gorilla just took him out of the race. Because the other day, so this guy's been like eyeballing me for, I would say, a good 2 weeks at this point now. Like, he's finally clocked me. He's like, we're there consistently, and like I can tell he's like low key interested. So I'm like, okay, like let's see what he does. Let's see what his actions are. Let's see if he approaches me. Like, it's like too early to tell. So then last week I go in, and but so typically I'm like pretty open. I have at least one headphone off. Like, I'm engaged with my environment. This day I was not engaged at all because I had shit I had to do. I had emails I had to send. I still had work to do. So I was on the treadmill working with both headphones on, like basically like leave me the fuck alone. So RBF Gorilla, he walks in and and I see him like mess around because he's one of the personal trainers actually at the gym. Yeah, so this really, really cute girl, she walks by me and goes on the treadmill next to me, and I kind of look at her and I was like, oh, damn, she pretty cute. Like, she pretty fine, she's short, she's thick, she's really good looking. And then RBF Gorilla walks by me to her, hands her a Red Bull, and typically he's like the type of dude who's like very like contained. But with her, he was like very like warm and fun and flirty with her. And then she was receptive. I had headphones on, but but no music in, so I heard them speak to each other. But they were speaking in a different language. So, but the way that it sounded very like conversation like, it's like they knew each other very well. They were very comfortable with each other. He handed her a Red Bull. And I'm like, okay, this is possible girlfriend territory. And immediately my brain tried to decode this. So like, I'm like, I don't know, what the fuck is this? Like, and I'm like, I stopped myself like mid decode. And I'm like, Sarah, if you have to guess it, it's not for you. And that's where I dropped it. Cause I'm like, this dude's been looking at me for 2 weeks. Now he's beside me, handing a drink to another girl, being really, really friendly with her. Like, is it a girlfriend? Is it not a girlfriend? Are they good friends? Like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. But like, at that moment, I'm like,
I'd rather not know.
I'd rather not know. Like, I don't care. Like, cause like the question I love to ask myself is, would my husband? And if the answer is my husband would never, there's my clarity. My husband would never have me guessing that he has another girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at that moment, I was like, damn, like, yeah, he was hot. Yeah, he seemed, I really liked his energy. Like, he's got good, grounded, patient, masculine energy. Just by the way, like, he talks to people, the way he moves at the gym, I'm like, yeah, I could see it. Like, but not after the girlfriend incident. And even, honestly, I got 3 dudes in here, but honestly, the second one, he's just here for the vibes. He's there for the plot thickening and the
Aesthetic.
vibes. He's there for the
Aesthetic.
aesthetic. Cause damn, boy, he's hot. Like he is drop dead gorgeous, but he's gotta be like 22, 25. And like I cripple, like I give him crippling anxiety when I'm around him.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
A good one.
Yeah, it's like like oh pretty girl, I need to do a full system reboot.
Let me shut down.
I need to shut down. Because there's days where he like builds the confidence up. You see, he builds the confidence up to walk by me and like struts his stuff, and then goes over and works out, and then does it again.
Peacock.
And and then there's days where he's just like, oh shit, she's here. I'm not mentally capable of doing this right now.
You're like, hold on. I lied to myself yesterday. I can't do it today.
I can't do it today. I've been told I've been doing a good job there, buddy, so I can't do it today. And the thing is, with that dude, I've realized that he only comes in with my gym crush, which is DJ 2.0. And he's been recently upgraded to DJ Plant Daddy. Because, again, this dude is...
cactus.
He's a cactus at this point, a monstera. He's there for the aesthetics. Because we're on
working out.
Exactly, because like this dude, like, yeah, like I can tell he's like the most obsessed with me at the gym. But I also intimidate the fuck out of him.
Very nice.
And it's hilarious because it's like all you have to do is come up and say hi, buddy, and you're too scared to do that.
Hi and how are you seems to be the hardest thing ever.
It is, yes, and it's like you can see himself psych himself out sometimes when he's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Nope, not today. I don't think today is a good day.
Never a good day. Tomorrow never comes.
Yes, I know, and it's like so we're on thin ice with DJ Plant Daddy. He's becoming gym aesthetic. So we'll see in the next couple of gym visits. So I find that since he's like full on clocked me and his buddy Jamie Bro, they're at the gym. Jamie Bro's at the gym like literally like Monday to Friday every day when I'm there. Like Buddy has got a consistent schedule. He's there. But with DJ, he's less consistent, but I think it's because he must come later because just the timing. But DJ has been coming consistently on Mondays now with Jamie Bro. So we'll see the plot thickening.
As the plot thickens.
I got nothing.
As the plot thickens, but yeah, I'm heavily in my gorilla observing era, and it's so much fun.
I just like observing people now in general.
Oh my god!
I'm like, just stop talking to me. Just do things. Like,
yeah,
I don't care about your visuals anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's fun. I love people watching, and there's nothing better than just sitting on the treadmill with like listening to music and just watching people walk by outside or like walk around the gym, interact. Like it's fun. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then you give them personalities and like personas and like
you make up stories for them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and that's why they all have a nickname. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, friends, unfortunately, I have to bounce.
Okay,
it's
no.
12:48.
No problem. We'll wrap this up. I think we're on the last segment.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you both.
No problem. All right. Thanks for hopping in, Justin.
Thanks for being here.
No worries. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
If this episode made you uncomfortable, good. That means you're starting to see things clearly. Situationships can feel confusing because the connection might be real, but the commitment isn't. And when there's no clarity, it's easy to fill in the blanks with hope. But hope isn't the same thing as a relationship. Healthy relationships come with honesty about intentions, expectations, and direction. Because when somebody truly wants to be with you, you won't have to guess where you stand. And if somebody keeps you in the gray area, well, that's just another entry for the Fluff Boy Journal. Thanks for listening to What the Fluff podcast. Have a great day, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Bye.
Bye.